Coach Boeheim.
You know, I think it was a great basketball game. Gonzaga's got a tremendous team, and those two guys are as good as anybody that we've seen all year. I give these guys an unbelievable amount of credit. We were in a big hole with not that much time to go. We got a couple steals off the press, and Mike just went after it and he wasn't going to be denied getting that ball and putting it back in. But he's been great for us all year. Of all the players I've ever coached, he's the most underrated player that I've ever coached.
Go ahead and take questions. If you have a question, please identify yourself. We'll start in the front row.
Matt Schneidman from the Daily Orange. Trevor, while they were reviewing the out-of-bounds play, or quote-unquote out-of-bounds play, what's going through your head? And I guess, Mike, too, what's going through your head with 11 seconds left?
I mean, I think they were just looking at the time. I don't think they were looking at the play. But, I mean, I did my rotation and made a nice steal, and then they made a call.
Yeah, from my perspective, I thought he did get the steal and called a timeout. But, you know, the different outcome, thankfully we got the stop when we needed it.
It was important that we made a stop at the end because after looking at that picture after the game, it looked like he was not out of bounds. So that would have been a tough way to lose. But I don't know if they could see that picture or not. I don't know what happened, but I don't know.
Go in the second row.
Zach was on New York Post. Trevor, after kind of everything you guys went through last year, not being able to be in the tournament, coach's suspension this year, now not even knowing if you're going to be in the tournament, and now being in the Elite Eight, can you just describe your emotions for the last 2 years?
I mean, it's been a fun ride. I mean, certain things have happened, but, I mean, this group has stayed strong, and we're fortunate enough to have great coaches to lead us in the right way, and I mean, everyone's just coming together.
Go in the third row on the left.
Jim, on those replay reviews, by rule they have to have indisputable video evidence to overturn it. Would you rather that they change that and give deference to the review where they actually have a better picture?
I didn't see the only picture I saw. Somebody showed me on a phone. I don't know if that's a good picture or not, but on that picture he was clearly in bounds. The one that I saw, I don't know if they saw that one or not. So I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Go in the second row on the left.
Mike Waters, Syracuse Media Group. Jim, do you think the end of the Pittsburgh game in the ACC tournament helped here tonight, especially with the press?
Well, I think everything you do all year long helps. I think everything that happens for, to help make you a better team. We fought back many times this year. We were 7 down with 1:22 to go against Virginia Tech, and that was a bigger hill to overcome. But these guys have fought all year, and every game we've been behind, we've been in some tough situations, and they've battled through them all year. The difficulty with this game is I think that they didn't really believe that Wiltshire could shoot out there. We felt like we made it clear that we cannot give him any space, and we gave him space in the beginning. And we're not a prolific offensive team. We can't really spot people 10 points, and we really dug a huge hole for ourselves. We had a couple guys that just didn't move up on him. He's a really good player against zones because he can shoot the three. He can play from the high post to the short corner. He's an excellent. I thought we did a good job on those two guys, and they had 42. I thought we really did a good job on them. I think the problem in this game was our offense. Our offense, and a lot of times when we lose, it's this year. It's been our offense. We got rushed a little bit. We had some good looks that we didn't make the shots. Missed a couple layups, and the one thing in the last 2 games in the tournament, we were even at halftime, and we played a really good offensive second halves in both games, and that's why we got separation. We just couldn't get our offense really going tonight. At the end, we just let Mike take it and try to get to the basket, and he's a strong guy, and he did it. He won the game for us.
Just to follow up that, given what you said about Wilcher, as you were setting up your last defensive set with 11 seconds to go, were you telling the guys to get on Wilcher?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't tell them that. I think they knew that. But, you know, with 11 seconds, it's hard to get a good shot against the zone. And, you know, I thought once they had to throw it out, I thought that gave us, you know, enough time. And, you know, Tyler Lydon for a freshman, made an unbelievable play because he normally stays back there. But both their big guys were high, so I think he saw that and he read where Perkins was coming, and he just came up. I mean, that's a pretty big play for a freshman to make. Our last two defensive stops were, you know, Trevor making the rotation on that penetration. He made a great play. That's a tough play to make, and he made a great play on that play, and then the last play. So we made two tremendous defensive plays at the end there.
Go back in the front row.
Matt Schneidman with the Daily Orange. I guess Jim and Mike, the sequence where you had the bucket to make it 61-60, I think Tyler Roberson kept it alive 2 or 3 times. Just how big was he kind of on Sabonis and getting you guys second and third chance opportunities?
Michael, you want to handle that?
You know, he obviously didn't have the height that he had, and I thought Tyler Roberson down the stretch, he competed, kept the ball alive, like you said, tipping it up, and I saw the ball, I tried to grab it and put it in quick.
Yeah, both Tylers really were competing on the backboards at the end there. You know, that's not a strength of ours, but they both, I mean, they gave us opportunities. It was really a tremendous effort from those two guys.
We'll go on the right side.
Coach, the ACC got 4 Elite Eight teams. What does that say about the strength of the conference, and how did that help you with you guys in your tournament run?
Well, I think the year was tough, and we had a lot of tough games, and, you know, we've had a lot of games like this, and, you know, I think that helps you. I think that, you know, in my mind, I thought from the beginning of the year that, you know, Virginia had a little glitch early, but I thought Virginia and North Carolina were the 2 best teams in the league. They're both really, really good basketball teams, really well-coached teams, a lot of leadership, a lot of senior leadership. I thought Iowa State was really a good team, and Virginia just, you know, dominated most of the game that I saw today. I saw a lot of it. I didn't see it all. I was watching our girls win. I was so happy for them that they beat South Carolina today. That was a great accomplishment for Coach Q and his girls. It was fun to I was kind of watching that. I probably should have been doing something else, but I enjoyed watching that. Our league's tough. I mean, you can't. I've learned a long time ago that it's a foolish game to say one league is better than the other. You know, there's just too many variables. I think the top conferences are very, very good, and it's an imperfect system to say, well, they did better in the NCAA tournament. I mean, you can use that, but, you know, I don't know. It's very difficult. You know, we were so happy to beat Dayton. Dayton had beat us 2 years ago. We were so happy to beat them. We were kind of underdogs a little bit. And then, you know, I mean, Michigan State getting beat, everybody, you know, obviously they're a great team. But I've always felt if you're playing the team that beat that team, that you got a pretty tough game. And, you know, I thought Dayton was pretty darn good until we beat them, and then all of a sudden they weren't any good. And then I thought Middle Tennessee was pretty good until we beat them, and then now they weren't any good. So I guess now Gonzaga probably won't be any good tomorrow morning. But, you know, we really played well in this tournament. This was our worst offensive game, and we had enough to make a couple plays at the end and win the game.
We'll go in the second row on the left.
Seth Goldberg from WJPZ in Syracuse. Coach, a short turnaround day and a half, how much does it help that you've played Virginia, you know them a little bit from conference play?
It doesn't help us all. I know them. That's the problem. They know us and we know them, and what I know about them I don't like. They got a great team, and, you know, I'm trying not to think about that for another 10 or 15 minutes, but they got a great team. I think Tony he's one of the best coaches I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of coaches.
Go to the second row on the right.
Zach was near post. Jim, is that the second biggest block in Syracuse history?
Yeah, it's a little ways behind the first one. Hakeem would not appreciate me saying that, anything about that one.
We'll go on the left side.
Trevor, during the comeback there, you had the steal on the press underneath the basket, and then another one right there at midcourt. Can you take me through both those plays?
Just making rotations. It's what we do every single day in practice, and I saw my opportunities and I took it. And I mean, the one at half court, I mean, that was our press working, and everyone was making rotations, and we were able to get the 10-second call.
He made really almost 3 steals at the end of the game. It was pretty good. A really good defense. Really good.
Any further questions? All right, gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.